Hello, Tri-West Middle School. It's time to celebrate. To help us do that, please welcome my friend, Mr. Tornquist.
Thank you, Ms. Mitchell. Hello, students. I am so excited to be here today because I get to celebrate with you a major accomplishment. Tri-West Middle School has earned the Unified Champion School banner for a third year in a row. This is a big deal. Now, our mission at Champions Together in the Middle can be summed up in one word: inclusion. Mrs. Workman, how do you define inclusion?
Inclusion is a powerful tool that makes everyone feel respected and valued for who they are while giving them a safe space to share their ideas and participate in activities.
I agree completely. We're going to talk more about that in just a few minutes. But before we do, I'd like to get to know each of you a little bit better. I would like to invite all of you to play an inclusive game called That's Me. I'm going to read a sentence. If the sentence describes you, I just want you to raise your hand and yell, "That's me," and put your hand back down again. So, Mr. Nikolai, if I read a sentence that describes you, what will you say?
That's me.
Perfect. All right, here we go. I am into sports. I stink at sports. Me too. I am the oldest child. I am the youngest child. I am the favorite child.
That's me.
Good for you, Mrs. Waters. I can play a musical instrument. I love to sing. When I sing, people run.
That's me.
Aw, Miss Ward, I'm sorry to hear that. I love video games.
That's me.
Thank you, Mr. Sullivan. I would rather play video games than take a shower. Okay, that's not good. I have lived in Indiana my entire life. I have visited more than 3 other states.
That's me.
Thank you, Mrs. Workman. I have traveled to Walmart. Yeah, nobody cares. I send at least 10 text messages every day. I send at least 50 text messages every day. I have sent at least 1 text message since this old dude started talking to us. Hey, I saw that. I cheer for IU. I cheer for Purdue.
That's me.
Boiler up, Mr. Stippick. I like to read. I like to shop. I like to eat ice cream and watch Netflix. My people. And finally, I am proud to attend a unified champion school.
That's me.
Well done, Mr. Smith. I'll tell you why I love that game. I love that game because it does a beautiful job of illustrating that while we all have things that make us unique as individuals, there are other qualities which we all share in common. For instance, we all love to laugh, and we all like to feel like we are part of a larger group. That's what Champions Together in the Middle is all about. Champions Together in the Middle wants to make sure that every student at Tri-West Middle School feels included. Now, to earn a Unified Champion Schools banner, a school must do 4 things. We call these pillars. Dane, can you tell us what is pillar number 1?
Pillar number 1 is inclusive student leadership.
That's right, Dane. Inclusive student leadership. Why inclusive student leadership? Well, when you do something for someone, that's really nice. But when you do something with someone, it empowers that student, just like it did for the young people in this video.
It was senior year and the whole school was cheering for her. And just seeing the smile on her face, people were crying and people were cheering. Seeing how the whole school came together just for her was the most amazing thing ever.
Special Olympics is acceptance.
Joy.
Respect.
It made me feel better about myself, being around thousands of people just cheering me on, and it was a fun experience, trust me.
Special Olympics is about life and being accepted by everybody.
Special Olympics is health.
Education.
Sports.
It's made me who I am today. It's made me more outgoing. It's made me just more of a genuine person.
When I got involved with Special Olympics, it kind of like brought me out of my shell.
And it's not about disabilities, but it's about celebrating their abilities.
When I was in 4th grade, my teacher told me she would never answer my questions because I had too many, and I was too dumb to understand the answers anyways. After joining Special Olympics, I know that's not the case. I am just as smart as anyone else.
It's helped me a lot to be fearless, in the real world.
Special Olympics is community.
Special Olympics is friendship.
My friends I've made through Special Olympics are the best people I've ever met in my life.
It had gave me a chance to meet new people from different states.
And you just gain an entire family of new friends.
Special Olympics is dignity.
Justice.
Empowerment.
I truly realize that what I'm doing is for a great cause.
I could spend all my time just working with Special Olympics, and I would love every second of it.
It makes you feel like a wonderful person, and your life changes forever.
I've made a difference. Now it's your turn to make a difference.
We are champions together.
Making a difference every day.
Now, the concept of inclusive student leadership is alive and well at Tri-West Middle School. Ms. Mitchell, can you please tell us about your Unified Champions Club?
So when we initially started the Unified Champions Club here at Tri-West Middle School, we had a huge interest in that club. I think that we had over 80 students who signed up that saying that they wanted to be a part of that club, and we're a pretty small school, so that is very telling about our students and their characters. We were super excited to get that group together, and we actually were able to meet every few weeks. So every other Friday we would have a club meeting together where they all got to hang out and get to do different things together, different activities together. And then we were also a part of one of the very first track meets at the middle school level. So we were really excited to have athletes go with us and then partners go with us. And I know that our partners have also gotten to head over. We went to the Brownsburg meeting and training for them. So they have done a great job with student leadership in that way.
I was actually at that meeting at Brownsburg Middle School, and the enthusiasm from the Tri-West student leaders was absolutely contagious. And speaking of student leaders, Braylee has been waiting patiently to answer this question. Braylee, what is pillar number 2?
Pillar number 2 is whole school engagement.
You nailed it, Braylee. Whole school engagement. That means we want every student and every staff member at Tri-West Middle School to join the inclusion revolution. And when a school is truly unified, it often looks like this.
Not just about differability, it's about all kinds of moments when you can choose to include on the bus, in the caf, in the hall, in classrooms. There will be moments when you look across the room and you'll see someone isolated, someone left out, someone lonely, someone challenged, someone made fun of, someone humiliated, someone not included. And the question you will face is, will you choose to include that person or will you move on?
Thank you, Mr. Shriver. One of Indiana's leading voices for Champions Together in the Middle has been your assistant principal, Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith, can you walk us through what whole school engagement has looked like at Tri-West Middle School?
For our whole school engagement last year, we were fundraising, and we had 3 events that we took part in, and one of them was a dodgeball tournament. And we invited all the students down, and each pride had a group of students that competed against each other. All the students that weren't competing were invited down to the gym, and we had our concession stand open and things like that, and raised over $800. And then we also had a guest speaker, Owen Mahan, who is one of our life skills students, who was badly burned as an infant, and he's now a motivational speaker. And he and his marathon partner came in and talked about perseverance and how he overcame that and finished our Indy mini marathon last May. And then our third piece was the Polar Plunge, and we had several middle school students join our high school group. And together with that, we again raised a lot of money. I think in total for fundraising last year, we were almost at $2,000.
That is amazing. And thank you for all of those initiatives. You know, your answer segues beautifully into our third pillar. And I believe we have Allie standing by to answer this probing question. Allie, what is pillar number 3?
Pillar number 3 is unified sports.
Allie, you have a smile that lights up a room, and you're absolutely right. Pillar number 3 is unified sports. Unified sports is when you take students with disabilities, students without disabilities, and you put them together on the same team. And when you do that, something magical happens. It just becomes one big group of students competing and having so much fun, just like the students in this video.
Today was a great day. We participated with the Special Olympians and participated in sports, basketball, dancing, trivia, soccer, relays, and it's just really inspiring to see that regardless of people and their disabilities, they're still willing to step out of their comfort zones and encourage each other and just create an atmosphere of positivity.
This experience has been amazing. Just the inclusiveness, and it's incredible. My uncle is actually in Special Olympics, and I know how much it's affected his life, and he loves it. And I love seeing the way he talks about it. His face lights up. All of his friends going out with them, you know, always something to lean on, and it's incredible. I love it.
It's a very fun evening. I'm glad to be here, mostly because I've done it last year, and I just can't say enough. It's just too fun for words.
I love NFHS. Thank you.
Doesn't that look fun? Okay. According to my count, we've come to our fourth and final pillar. Brady, can you tell us what is pillar number 4?
Pillar number 4 is fundraising.
That's correct, Brady. Pillar number 4 is fundraising. Now, the goal last year was $750. However, Mr. Smith already informed us that Tri-West Middle School nearly tripled that goal. And on behalf of everyone at Special Olympics Indiana, I want to thank you for your generosity and for helping us promote unified sports around our great state. Mr. Smith also mentioned the Polar Plunge. Now, that's where individuals say, if you donate enough money to Special Olympics Indiana, I'll go jump in a lake in the middle of the winter. Check this out.
At the event, there's nothing but school colors and school pride.
Very nice.
Special Olympics has changed my life by bringing people into my life. We're a family and we get to compete against each other.
I really didn't have many friends. I just stayed to myself. Once I joined, I was out there doing more.
I remember my mom was crying. She was so excited, and I just felt so happy and so excited for my brother.
I'd like to finish up my time with you today by telling you a story about a starfish. But it's not a day that looks like this. It's a day that looks like this. Thousands of starfish for as far as the eye can see. Well, on this day, an old guy kind of like me was walking along the beach, and he sees off in the distance a young person, much like yourself, and the young person is doing something that really confuses the old guy. He sees the young person bend down, pick something up, throw it in the water. Bend down, pick something up, throw it in the water, over and over again. Well, finally, the curiosity gets the best of the old guy, and he approaches the student and says, "Excuse me, I don't mean to bother you, but I have a question. What are you doing?" And the young person said, "Well, sir, there was a horrible storm that came in last night and washed all these starfish up on the beach. And I don't know if you realize this or not, but if these starfish don't get back in the water, they're going to die. So I'm out here just trying to make a difference." Well, the old guy laughed. "You got to be kidding me. Look at this beach. There are thousands of starfish out here. Kid, you will never make a difference." Well, the young person bent down, picked up another starfish, and held it up for the man to see. And the student said, "Sir, I'm going to make a difference to this one," and threw it back in the water. When you choose to include another student into your circle of friends, you've changed that student's day, you have changed their school year, and you have changed their life. Tri-West Middle School, congratulations on earning yet another Unified Champion School banner, and thank you for choosing to be leaders in the inclusion revolution. And now to wrap up our program, I'd like to turn it back over to the man of the hour, the tower of power, too sweet to be sour, your wonderful principal, Mr. Nikolai. Mr. Nikolai, take it away.
I'd say one of the things I'm most proud of as principal of the middle school is just how well our students include others, no matter who they are. You guys do a great job looking out for other students, make sure people are not made fun of, and just make them feel a part of the school. Well, it's a very easy saying. The thing I say all the time is just treat others the way you want to be treated. And that's something our students do. So well done, Bruins, and continue to make great choices.